Good evening, good evening, good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going back to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do the usual disclaimers, first off, yes, I realize I'm doing that works, but I'm slightly brain dead today and stressed to my freaking gills. So, yeah, sorry about that. In the description box, folks, you're going to see the link to the article the JRC doesn't want you to read. It is written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's behavior modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much they have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they do not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic has refused. So you know the drill, folks. Go ahead and read the article and share on all your social media. You're going to see also in there the link to NeuroClastic's public statement in regards to the defamation lawsuit threat and the GoFundMe link. We are crowdfunding in case the JRC has the balls to see through with their threat. We also have linked therein the links to the Agape boarding school situation. Agape boarding school is a Christian-themed school for troubled male teens what currently is out in Stockton, Missouri. It's a ranch. They have 19, count them, folks, pending lawsuits alleging sexual abuse, child labor, exploitation. I'm not sure of the legal term. Please forgive me on that one. And starvation. Please read the articles. Share them on all your social media. I will be doing a video on that following up since it is Tuesday, okay? I've also still, to this day, not found anything where Agape Boarding School has said anything in their own defense. If you see anything, please link me in the comments. We got the other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign as well, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject, the templates, and the ever-present, self-explanatory, Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. When we discuss the JRC, folks, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones. Also, obviously, my brain is just mush at this point. So, if I stutter over my words or stare off into space or throw a random rant out there, apologies in advance, alright? Also, trigger warning for those who do not like profanity. This is not the channel for you. I curse a lot. So, if that is not your thing, that is fine. Pause the video right now. Go to the links though. Do not miss out on what's happening with these kids just because you don't like profanity, alright? I get it. I'm not making fun of you. But seriously, these issues are bigger than your dislike of curse words. Just saying. Okay, 123, where we left off from this morning. Other observed interactions involve staff making rote statements regarding the student's behavior program, such as turn around and keep working, or limited social praise, good eating. Again, this is what I was talking about in this morning's video. There were repetitive phrases that they march up and down saying. Remember I said a few videos back, insincere praise has zero effect? I'm going to say it again for the idiots in the back. Insincere praise does nothing. And whether you believe it or not, us autistics know when it's insincere praise, okay? All it looks like is you're a condescending piece of human trash, okay? Not to mention it's annoying. Mother of God. You all get mad at us when we repeat shit, but then you go and do the same behavior? Seriously? Because it's not just annoying to you, Karen. It's annoying as fuck to us too. Alright? At least we have a medical reason called echolalia as to why we repeat things over and over again. What's your excuse other than being a condescending piece of human garbage? If it's annoying to you, it's annoying to the rest of us, okay? Seriously. But moving on. Making note statements is not all that is what is heard during the observation of the JRC classrooms. The students are consistently rewarded with verbal praise for exhibiting positive behaviors. I'll say it again. Constant, insincere praise has no power or effectiveness. Might as well offer me a gold fucking star. Are you kidding me? What it is annoying. And if you're doing it constantly, it has no power. Are you kidding me? Good eating. Good using your words, Tiff. That's going to get you backhanded. Okay? It's condescending as hell. How about exhibiting normal behavior towards your students? You all are always so up on our behaviors. Maybe try checking some of your own. Because believe it or not, we may not be the best at reading body language, but we're pretty damn good at reading tones in other people. Or just general vibes. We get vibes off of people. I've gotten vibes off of people my entire life. I can't read your body language, but I know when you're being a condescending piece of shit. Okay? And I can freaking suss that out like, doesn't take me long. I have spoken with my tribe, so to speak, and it's pretty much the same with all of us, okay? We may ignore those vibes to our own detriment, which is how I ended up in, count them, 2 relationships with 2 different narcissists, but we know they're there. Okay? And insincere praise that you utter out repeatedly, day after day, hour after hour, have no power, and at most are just fucking annoying. It's like you're the human form of the goddamn beep machine, and don't discuss the beep machine with me. It's the stuff of nightmares. Moving on, let's read the next part since this one was so short here. The June report noted that students attend school 7 days per week from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., that the teachers are not present on the weekend days, and that the teachers interviewed by the team could not describe what the students did on the weekends at the school. Who's surprised? JRC, not even the real world, runs their workers 7 days a week. There are labor laws, after all. Normal school also doesn't run kids 7 days a fucking week. You want to know what causes behaviors? That shit. Overwork. You all watched The Shining, right? All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. Yeah, so why are we doing it to disabled people? Why are we holding disabled people to higher fucking standards on every fucking tier than we hold our neurotypical peers to? Nobody ever addresses this, by the way. You all have this romanticized idea of normal that neurotypical kids don't even meet. But we're supposed to meet them. Why? You don't want us equal with our peers. If you actually wanted us equal, you would treat us as equal. And you would have realistic goals and guidelines. You tell us to be realistic about our chances in the real world all the time, right? Right? How about you try to start having realistic goals when it comes to us? Why are we supposed to act, dress, and be in a manner that is not equal with that of our neurotypical peers of the same age? You shock someone over cursing as a sign of aggression. They'll see you shocking neurotypical teens. And if you think they are the absolutely best behaved, try being in a high school parking lot sometime. Moving on, teachers in public and or private schools do not typically work on the weekends. It is not their responsibility to know or plan what goes on during that time period. If anyone else that the team interviewed or those that assisted them during the visit had been asked, the weekend activities would have been thoroughly explained. Oh, here we go again. If you would just listen. Nah. I've said it 1,000 times, JRC. When we show up unannounced, the time for explanations is over. Over. Do you not understand? And if you are willing to give teachers breaks on the weekend, why are you not giving the damn kids a break? If you can understand on a human level that teachers and staff at the school need to have their weekends, why is it so hard for you to understand that these kids need a break too? What is wrong with you people? That's the least of your crimes, yes. Granted. You all do everything in your power to force behaviors out so that you can punish them. Don't even try to tell me it's anything different. You know what happens to overworked autistics? Burnout. You don't want to know what burnout brings out? All the autistic traits. That means behaviors, outbursts, even bathroom issues. I know this because I burnt out at 16. 16. That's how exhausting it is to constantly have to mask all the time so you don't get sent to a hellhole like this. You burn out literally as fucking teenagers. I'm not joking. But Tiffany, don't you? If you want to get friends, what, I have to be somebody else? Someone that you deem I should be. Telling, isn't it? But moving on and continuing this. No one else was asked. The weekends are time for activities and field trips. A review of the field trip logs would have shown this. Some students have part-time jobs throughout the school and are training for jobs within the community. Oh, bullshit. You're getting free labor out of these kids. Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit me. What real transition programs do you actually have? How many of these kids actually work out in the community? How many of those kids that work out in the community are able to do so without that goddamn device on them? How many of them are able to do that without a worker with a fucking remote that will be able to shock them anytime they come close to telling their bosses what's actually going on in that school? Yeah. working in the community, my ass. The fact of the matter is you make them do this, and you never give them breaks. And you do this to all your students, not just those of working age. NSED was not just covering a small demographic of students. They were covering all your students. Remember, you all were the ones who brought up the 9-year-old. You're going to tell me that 9-year-old has a job out in the community? Because if that's so, there should be some investigating into that shit, shouldn't there? And remember, folks, those field trips they're talking about that they told so well, you have to earn the field trips. They never want to mention that, though, now, do they? The fact that you have to earn the right to the field trips that are just given to neurotypical kids. I never had to earn a field trip. Not once did I ever have to earn a field trip in public school, but they're making those kids do it. You see what I mean? But that is a theme, though, that you will find a lot of us disabled kids have put up with, whether we've gone to public school or hellholes like the JRC. This double standard that we're held up to that our neurotypical peers are not. Places like this do not have a realistic idea of what this so-called normal actually is outside their walls. They don't actually even understand the neurotypical peers of their students. Otherwise, why are we being held to these strange standards for normalization purposes that actually do the exact opposite? You want to know what I heard in high school about some of the disabled kids? The mocking and the teasing that they were always dressed up like they were going to church. About how they never curse. How they never acted like normal fucking teenagers. And why is that? Because the system is made to make us not really be allowed to act even like normal teenagers. So it does the exact opposite of what they say they're trying to do. It actually ostracizes us further from everybody else. When I came out of burnout and I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna be me, an amazing thing happened, folks. Never happened before in my entire life. I found myself in a large group of friends during the latter part of my high school years. Just by allowing myself to be myself and ripping the mask off. And you want to know why? Because I was no longer adhering to that double standard. And on that note, folks, I'm going to close out. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time. As always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. I will see you in the next vid when we talk about the Agape boarding school. Bye-bye, everyone.